Good evening, SBC. Good evening, SBCC. Good evening, BSL. And good evening to everyone else within the sound of my voice, north, south, east, and west. You've tuned in to the July 25th, 2023 edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. And I am your host and facilitator and moderator and founder, Mr. Mike Walker. Glad to have each and every one of y'all here with us this night. Glad you chose to spend at least an hour with us of your time during this week. We hope that you had and pray that you had a good day today. And if things didn't work out for you, well, we'll pray that tomorrow be a better day. And just thank the Lord that you made it through this day, though, regardless of what happened. So thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as we always do, let's welcome the uh participants tonight. We're gonna start off. Andrea, glad to have you with us. Glad to have you here. Sherry from Houston, good to have you here. Always great to have you here. Thank you for your support. Lynn Brown from Guyana, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Yes, and again, good evening. Uh, might be starting there. Tanya Hobson, great to have you here. Always good to have you here. Sonia Neal from Queens, New York, good to have you here. Always a pleasure to have you here. Hope we see you tonight at the after party. Karen Richardson, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. I don't take it lightly. Tia Warner, so glad to have you here, beautiful lady. Thank you. Glad to have you here. Good evening. Good evening to you. Lee Ann Riley from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Great to have you here with us tonight. Yeah, they coming in. Sharney McIntyre. Good evening to you, young lady. So glad to have you here with us this evening. Okay. I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Forget. Sister or brother, greetings from Philly. Glad to have you. And I apologize, no disrespect about your name. I just, I'm a tied tongue individual to begin with, though. So please accept my forgiveness, please. Autumn J. Smith, good to have you here. I definitely appreciate you here. Billy Lavette Johnson, hello everyone. This is your first time here. Oh goodness. I hope this isn't your last time here. Hope you enjoy to sit back, relax, and just have a good time. Okay. And hope you learn something before it's done. Okay. Carrie Washington, good to have you here, young lady. Great to have you here. Hey, Sister Leslie. Sure enough, good to have you here. So we got to meet up. We got to get that sushi. I ordered some tonight, though. It's a good one, though. Glad to have you here. You know it. You're going to have to co-host with me one day. Again, had to bring you up here again. If I had known you were going to be up here. But, hey, I'm just glad to have you here. You know that, as always. Valerie from Huntsville, good evening to you, young lady. Always a pleasure to have you here. Oh, Autumn said this is her first time as well. Well, and again, I hope this isn't your last time. Because I hope you just sit back and take in and relax. Yeah. I just wave at Leslie. Okay, Kiki Ray, good to have you here. Great. Oh, goodness. Here she go. Sad to call me. Okay. And she said, just let me know. She putting all our business out. But then again, I started it though. So I can't get mad at her. Beautiful Destina Walter from Maryland. Great salutations and greetings to have you here, beautiful lady. Thank you so much for your support. Let me see who else he had. Sis Lovely. And this is your first time here. Glad to have you here. Just sit back and relax. And I hope you enjoy yourself. Okay. Brother Wilbanks from Beham Metro. Always a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Wilbanks. Always great to have you here. Okay, I think this might be it for now. I think I kind of, started on time. Maybe that's how I caught y'all. So that's fine. Let's get started though. Wait a minute. What's the YouTube page? Ooh, what is the YouTube page? Someone, I think Marcus or someone, could you post Destina, either Destina, Marcus, or Sylvia, post the YouTube page in the comment section. And so she can get to I think she wants to watch it from YouTube. So definitely, please do that. One of y'all do that. Okay, great. I'm glad for these new newbies here. Okay, my good friend Kathy, glad to have you here. Hugs and kisses to you. Well, no, we need the link. Okay, hey Teresa from North Carolina, always great and a pleasure to have you here. I think I'm gonna go and put the link in there. So, thank you, Leslie. She already did it. Oh, I don't know what had happened. Thank you, Leslie. Y'all just click on it. And whoever wants to watch it from YouTube, just click on it. And there you go right there. There you go. Okay, Vita Knight. Good to have you here. Welcome. Pastor Vaulters. Great to have you here from Columbia, South Carolina. Great to have you here. Tijuana from New York City. Great to have you here. Always great to have you here. She cooks, y'all. She stay tearing up the kitchen, y'all. Okay. I think that's it right here. Okay. Let's get started, y'all. Let's get started. First up, we got to have the little appetizer first. Tell me that you love me. Tell me that you love me. Now, I love you. 3 important words to tell to somebody. You tell it to your family members, at least you should anyway. Sometimes it's, I guess, with power, and sometimes it could be a bit awkward. Say it to some of your friends and your family. And definitely in a relationship / marriage. But how often do you say it though? How often should you say it? Is there a way that you say it too many times? Can you say it too many times? Can you say it not enough? Are you uncomfortable uttering those 3 words? And as you know, we got our visual learning tool on this. So y'all sit back and y'all take a look and a listen.
I need to hear my husband say, I love you, girl.
And I think there's some men who grew up in a home where nobody displayed affection and nobody ever said that they love you.
Yes.
And they almost feel like, well, you should know that.
Yes.
I married you. And no, it's not that she should know that. Mm-hmm. She needs to hear it all of the time.
When you don't say I love you, when you don't pay the affection bill, and pour into me like that, it makes me feel like I have to compete with other women in your lives who you do pour into. Talking about, oh, you look so beautiful, sis. Oh, mama, such and such. Your hair looks so good together. You're giving hugs and handing out all the compliments, but you haven't told me that I look beautiful. What about my hair? What about my clothes? Where's my hug? So I just want to be first. I want to be first before the kids. I want to be first before the telephone. I want to be first before the game. I want to be first before your job. The only thing above me is Jesus, all day, every day, Jesus. But the next thing on the list is me.
So, oh my gosh, I should have out notes, and secretly, you should be taking notes. Thank you for that.
Amen.
Okay. Now y'all heard that from sister. And you know, I like to say this all the time. Results may vary. What's good for one person, individual, couple, may not be good for another. So let's see what y'all got to say on that. Let's see on that what we hear. I see that. That's wife talk. Okay. Okay. Never too much from the right person. Now that's interesting right there. Never too much from the right person. And what is the right person? And thank you for subscribing, Autumn. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sherry says, I want to hear it if you truly love me. And you know what? Sometimes, and I'm glad you said that. Sometimes we say it. Sometimes we say it like we mean it, but then sometimes we just throw it out there out of obligation. Instead of saying, hey, I truly love you, darling. Hey, babe, I love you. You know, and like she said, what did she say? You got to pay that affection bill. But again, is that obligation? Is that obligation? Or better yet, should your partner know through your actions that you love them and that they love you through their actions? You know, so I kind of like that right there. AB, good to have you here. Lots of people might be thinking those statements and they do not share the sentences aloud. I agree. Kiki Ray, good to have you. You can say it too much where the value diminishes. I agree. I've been in relationships would say it, oh, hey, in the conversation, I love you. And, you know, she'll say it back. But then again, after a while, she sounded, I guess, annoyed that I was saying it. And she really, it got to the point she stopped saying it. So, hey, I could definitely see what you're saying. Definitely. I've experienced that. Stephanie Borden, good to have you here. Reassurance is important. Reginald, I can say all day that I love you, but there is a major difference between I love you and I'm in love with you. Okay. Sis Johnson, I want to hear it, but more, I need to feel that you do. Exactly. You know, talk is cheap. You can say anything, but you know, your actions, like it's an old adage, your action speaks louder than words. Okay. Hey, Jester, good to have you here. I need to hear it, and it needs to be action with it. Okay. Naomi, good to have you here. Different people express their love in different ways. It's all about what your individual love language is. Sylvia, communication is key. Learn your partner's love language and move accordingly. No one can read your mind. Ask for what you want and need. And you know what? And that's good right there. Study what makes your partner tick, especially in the love realm, the love language. Pick up on it. And then, of course, present enough for your partner to pick up on yours. Or just talk about it. You know, there's plenty of guys out there, you know, you can find out your own love language and y'all just share that with each other. Carrie, what about the ones who say they love you but never show it? Then that's an issue. I'm glad you asked that, sister. That's an issue right there. That's a big issue. If they never show it, then you got a problem. And if they never show it, but you show it all the time, then we have a bigger problem. So y'all might need to have a conversation about that. Have rapport about each other about, hey, where is this? How do you truly feel about me? You know, Kim, when you're with the wrong person, you don't want to hear it. Mm, mm. Almost make it sound like they're being clingy. I know that sounds bad, me saying that, but that kind of almost like a clinginess to that, though. Yes. Autumn, anyone can tell me that, but can you show me? Carletta Renee, good to have you here. It depends on the individual personalities and needs of your partner. Brother Barton, good to have you here, brother. The action of love should speak louder than words. All day, every day. Sis Leslie, I need to hear it, but I also want your actions to align. Yes, like a minister who used to be a member of the church I used to attend, he says, let your audio match your video. Let your audio match your video. Okay. Hey, Tanya, good to have you here. T, I want you to say it. I love you and mean it. Don't take those 3 words lightly. Yeah, I don't take those 3 words lightly. Yeah, don't take them lightly. Now, let's kind of put a pin right there. Now, we're talking about love. And when we talk love to each other, we like to say, well, philos, that's where you get Philadelphia from, brotherly love. That's what we tell each other at the end of these broadcasts, at the end of the after parties and social. Hey, y'all take care and I love you. Okay. But then when we talk about romancing, that's the eros in the Greek. Eros. That means compassionate love between a man and a woman, and people don't know the difference. And like you said, sometimes people just slinging around, throw it against the wall and see will it stick. Vita, I'm thinking that action represent the end, so it doesn't have to be said. Okay, Sister Keena, good to have you here. I need to hear and see it visually displayed. Be intentional. What we saying, like we pretty much saying, talk is cheap. Reginald, I love that, Reginald. You can say you love me, but I need you to act like you're in love with me. Marcus, it is very easy to say the L word, but without the value through emotional thought, it is irrelevant all around. I hear you, Dr. Will Banks. I hear you. Renee, good to have you. Hearing it is a good thing. And also your partner's love language helps a lot. I want to add to it, helps a whole lot. Eminem, words of affirmation is not my love language, so it's not as important to me. There are other ways for a man to express his love to me, profess his love to me, and exactly. And I agree. Your action speaks louder than words. Yeah, I would like to hear you say that every now and then, but your action speaks louder than words, though. And trust me, that makes a big difference. Lynn, I used to hear that all the time when my ex hurt me, but he would do the same thing over and over again and still say he loves me, but it didn't mean anything to me. Sonia, my son and I say it to each other every night when we say goodnight. I'm talking to someone now that we don't say it every day, but at least once or twice a week we say it to each other in our conversations. It also depends on how she say it. I love you. Leanne, love is an action word. Absolutely. I heard Ilyana Van Sant say that I can't make someone love me the way I need to see it. I had to be observant of how that person loves and makes the choice that if that will work, if not, don't be afraid to walk away. Amen, my sister. Yeah. I like that. Let your audio match your video. Absolutely. Yeah. I didn't make it up now. That's word right there. Your audio match your video. Yeah. And especially when it comes to relationships or any other type of relationship, romantic or not, though. Are you my friend? You know, some I need to see some kind of sign though. I mean, you don't have to go above and beyond the call of duty, but it ought to be some type of nuances, some bit of a minutia that will let me know, hey, you know what, this person really care. This person got my back, you know. So yeah. So yeah, right there. Boy, y'all coming in. I like that. My dad was not the one to say the word, but he never doubted, but I never doubted he did. And good. You're right about that. And again, their actions spoke volumes. Their actions spoke volumes, you know. So, and I can name some good examples of people in my family. Didn't say it much, but their actions said otherwise. They loved us. It was love through action. And to me, that was worth silver and gold, in my opinion. I want to hear it, but it makes me nervous if you say that on the second day. Also, actions should line up. And of course, the second day, I mean, yeah, something's wrong right there. Something's wrong. And again, I was going to ask y'all, well, when should I love you be spoken? But of course, um, results may vary. Results may vary. Okay, Kiki, I tell my loved ones that I love them, but I show them more than anything. Leslie, my dad was the same. Absolutely, Lady Kiki. My family are my loves, and I show them that all the time. Love is what love does. I think we got a few more. Kim, uh-oh. But what I don't want, that fences type of love. Like, I am here, am I? Uh-oh. She digging in deep right there. That's a good movie, y'all. Y'all need to see that and better yet, see the play. Yeah, August Williams. Okay. I say this, and we're going to move on to the main course. And, thank y'all so much. Y'all really jumped into this one. Love is an action. Yes, it sounds good, at least to hear it. Sometime, though. My last couple relationships, I didn't hear it. So, which is fine. But then again, actions, sometimes didn't line up either, though. So, hey, we know. That's the only thing I can say is love is not something, the term love is not something you play with. If you're going to use it, you better mean it. You're going to use it, you better mean it. Okay, and let me get Jacqueline in. I love everybody. You better not leave here not loving everyone. Well, maybe so with some people. Whew, maybe so. Maybe so. Hey, D Giles. Okay, that was good right there, y'all. Y'all did fantastic right there. We're going to move on, and it kind of ties into that, to relationship, love, or what have you, though, and at least the action aspect of relationships. So, and as always, before we move on, please like, please subscribe, and please share. Like, subscribe, and share. Up next, the silent treatment. The silent treatment, the silent treatment, the silent treatment. Most of y'all know what it is, but I'm not going to assume everybody know. But here we go. The silent treatment is a refusal to communicate verbally with one another. with another person, rather. People who use the silent treatment may even refuse to acknowledge the presence of the other person. People use silent treatment in many types of relationships, including romantic relationships. It could be a form of emotional abuse when one person uses it to control and manipulate the other. Whew. Right there. And I got a video. Then I'm gonna give you my thoughts too. But always have a bit of piece of media to do this with. Let's do this one right here. Y'all take a listen.
Delivering the silent treatment can be a form of emotional abuse.
To some people. Oh my God, that shit is so whack.
To some people.
You won't talk to me. You're hurting my feelings.
But it's beyond not talking and hurting your feelings. Like, you can fuck up the whole energy in a household trying to be with the silent treatment. I don't want to sit around no musty ass energy. I don't want to silent treatment. I don't have a silent treatment.
3 days.
You can ask my husband right now. He gonna be like, the bitch actually over communicates. She talk too much.
So I'm saying like 3 days. Okay, if you're mad at somebody for the first 2 or 3 hours, you don't want to talk to them.
Yeah, that's
something. Some people go a week.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like they might walk through the house not saying.
It's manipulation. That's why I didn't really agree with when he talked about the physical part for the man, because most men aren't walking around here hitting women.
Beating your ass,
and hitting women. I think it's more mental.
It's mental.
Because we know that women are more emotional.
Interesting indeed right there. And I say this, I didn't know that the silent treatment, let me put the topic back up here. I didn't know or didn't know that the silent treatment was a form of abuse. I learned that 8 years ago. Okay, I had no idea. The silent treatment for me was a coping mechanism. I wasn't thinking about manipulation or what have you, though. But, let me not tell that lie. Sometimes I did, to be honest with you. Sometimes I did, just to say, I'll show them. I just won't talk to them. But again, I didn't correlate that with abuse. It wasn't until, like I said, 2015, I was doing some research on the silent treatment, and I was like, wow, really? I didn't know it was that deep. I really did not know. I had no idea. So, of course, they had to change my mindset on how to deal with people. What's this chrome right here? But anyway, how to deal with people. I'm going to get more into that. I want to hear what the family got to say. Hear what my kinfolk got to say. Okay. Y'all doing good. Y'all doing real good. Okay. D. Giles. Silence is golden. Okay. Liz, I don't do silent treatment. You can't talk to me, then move on. Bye, Felix. Jackie, I don't know what it means to be totally silent. I have stayed silent to keep from going slap hood. Okay. Love to hear. Good to have you here. Silent treatment is bottling up hurt. Things become toxic. Extremely interesting right there. We'll touch on that. The silent treatment can hurt somebody. The silent treatment being displayed by a person can be assessed as protection. Okay. And you know what? No, I stop right there. And again, I'm being transparent. When I was doing it before I realized it was abuse, I used it as some type of manipulation, but I just didn't I know manipulation and abuse. I should have known They were kind of synonymous with each other, but duh on my end. But I used to use it as abuse, as a manipulation. So I show them, but also just like AB said, I also used it at times as a form of protection. And guess what? I still use it as a form of protection. When I'm not speaking to a person, I'm protecting myself. Now, and there are times that person may think that I'm using the silent treatment in the negative way, in the abusive way. No, I'm trying to protect myself. I'm trying to protect my peace. And I'm pretty sure most of y'all do it too. Just like what Sherry just said. To keep me from going off on someone, I may just keep quiet a little while. But in the long run, I got to express it. Just give it a cool off moment. I'll tell y'all, I may have told y'all this before, but I'll tell it again. The late President Truman, whenever someone ticked him off, made him really hot under the collar, he would write a letter to them. I guess he cussing them out or whatever, telling them what for and why. He would fold it up, put it in the envelope, seal the envelope, but he would put it in his office desk. Okay? And then when he left office, he had a office drawer full of unmailed letters. And people asked him, well, why did you do that? He said, if I were to mail it when I was mad, then I might end up doing something or saying something to that person I end up regretting. Yeah, he said he would wait 24 hours. But when that 24 hours came, hey, he forgot all about it. So that was for free. Okay. It is. Okay. Cannot responding to text be the same as the silent treatment? You know what? I think it is. But again, it depends on why you're not responding. Are you doing it out of spite? Then that's definitely the silent treatment. Are you doing it to protect yourself, protect your heart, and more? So that is my humble opinion. That's my humble opinion. Results may vary. I can't do the silent treatment. I always have to run my mouth. My silent treatment lasts 30 minutes tops. I know. Keena, rather. I'm so sorry. It is hurtful and is abusive. What that has been done with me, I have readjusted those persons' hierarchy in my life. Tijuana, the silent treatment is a form of mental abuse. In my home, we don't do silent treatment. We are going to agree to disagree and move on. Minister Sharonda, great to have you here. I told my ex-husband, when I stop saying anything, then you should start worrying. Silence says a lot in relationships, I think. It does. It does. It does. Sometimes you can say a mouthful with silence. Leaving people and read and coming back with the hate text. Hey, guilty is charged. Guilty. Hey, I know I've done that before. Still doing it, to be honest with you. Naomi, the silent treatment can be a way of avoiding conflict. In other words, let me keep my mouth shut because I know if I say something, it's going to be a problem. And I don't like confrontations. Amen. I can agree that it can be used as a form of manipulation and or abuse. Shar, great to have you here, my sister. If silent treatment is abusive, then what other options are there to avoid heated conversations or getting into any conflicts? And you know what? I will put a pin right there because everybody's asking that. What is it silent treatment if you're really trying to avoid conflict? Is it silent treatment? We know it's silent treatment when you're doing it out of spite. to manipulate. But is it silent treatment? Well, let me say this. It is silent treatment, but is it abusive silent treatment? You know, right there. So it leads to another part of this kind of answer to the question called stonewalling. Okay? Called stonewalling. And I have never heard of it until I started researching this topic right here. And I'm going to, of course, I get to come definition. Stonewalling, in simple terms, stonewalling is when someone completely shuts down in a conversation or is refusing to communicate with another person. Now, that could be part of it when you're trying to defend yourself. You could be trying to defend yourself. Hey, you might be stonewalling. But when does it become stonewalling? When does it become silent treatment? Or do they just walk hand in hand? Are they synonymous with each other? No, this whatever that is irritating me too. Forget it. I'll give this the silent treatment. Okay. So I got a video. So y'all take a listen.
What is stonewalling in dating? So there are two types of stonewalling. There is intentional and unintentional. Signs that somebody is stonewalling is they refuse to engage in conversation. They roll their eyes. They give you one-word answers. They change the subject. They don't want to talk about what you want to talk about, oftentimes a conflict. Unintentional stonewalling often occurs when somebody feels overwhelmed, anxious, or powerless during a conversation. It is too much for them to handle, and all their lives, all they know how to do is shut down, and that's the best way that they know how to communicate. Versus intentional stonewalling is when a partner stops communicating, oftentimes to punish their other partner or to gain control. If you're dealing with somebody who is stonewalling, it's super important to set your boundaries and learn to walk away when you are seeing that somebody doesn't want to seek help for themselves, and learn how to communicate. Communication in a relationship is literally the most important thing. And if you guys can't even have a basic argument or conflict where you can talk your way through it, then there's really no hope that this relationship is going to be secure or healthy and fulfilling in any way for you.
Okay. I think that was some good information right there. With the stonewalling part, though, and I know me, after discovering all this, I know I must be a master stonewaller. If I'm offended, if I'm hurt, I shut down. And then plus I want to avoid unnecessary conflict and arguments. I value my peace. Anyone with sense ought to value their peace. What am I getting in an argument for? Hey, you're right. Fine. Good. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my sister. I'm not arguing, especially how things went for me last year. No, I don't have time to argue. I want to live each day. Try to live each day peace. Like Chicken George would say, peaceably. And then sometimes, like Sherry said, it's going to be a time, though. You can only hold that, hold it so long before that dam burst. I wasn't cussing, DAM. Some of y'all say, oh, Mike cussing. Let me see what y'all got to say. Y'all, I like this right here. Y'all can't, let me see. Okay, let me get right here. Okay, Sister Renee. Oh, it didn't even come up. Sister Renee. Looking at it from a different perspective, I can see how one could use this as an emotional abuse. I would say in a personal relationship, I will communicate. I am not ready to talk as I need to process. When I'm ready to talk, I will let you know. Absolutely. That's pretty much me right there. But sometimes it's best to remain silent for a moment to refrain from being verbally abusive or abrasive. Exactly. You're using wisdom right there. How we always say, let me be quiet. Let me hush my mouth before I say something. Hey, hey, cuz, how you doing? Hey, Jim Kim, good to have you. I'm not dating anyone that utilizes the silent treatment. You need to act like an adult. given this, we need to come together to discuss the issue so that we can take preventative measures in case that same incident happens again. I usually cut guys off like that. Okay. Okay, he sure does. I'm done. Share. Bad grammar. Okay, Kim, I can't write fast. I know, ain't this a hot topic? Right? This a hot potato tonight, though. I have the right to remain silent. Anything I say could be misquoted and used against me. Absolutely. Absolutely. I go silent because I know I'll go for the kill and hit low. You and I must be kinfolk, because that's me right there. That's me right there. Because I know how I am. Most of my life, I always had a smart mouth, slick mouth, being a wise guy, and I've been working on myself. But if you done something and I'm trying to hold back, but you keep pushing and poking the bear, get your Kleenex out because you're going to cry. I try not to, but yep, absolutely. I'm the type of person that don't get loud, but I will speak my mind, and that's the end of that part. Marcus, Dr. Wilbanks. I clearly remember using the silent treatment, but using it as a form of abuse is not my style. I use it to protect my heart when one person doesn't care about me, badgering me and abusing me. Love to heal. Silent treatment text. Okay, yeah, we've all done that. Pastor Reginald, be very careful with what you can do with that. But what if the one you are doing that to goes to sleep and don't wake up? How's that working out for that person to think about the word? Say, be angry and don't sin. Don't let the sun go down on your anger and give opportunity to the devil. Ephesians 4th chapter, 26 through 27 verse. Something to think about. And bro, Reginald, moment of transparency, that happened. Me and a friend fell out. I stopped talking to him, started speaking to him. Wouldn't accept his calls. Months later, he crossed over from time to eternity. We never got a chance to make up. So, no. Went to his funeral, but that's not the same. Really wish we could have. No, now he could be stubborn, tough as a steak that you buy at Dollar Tree. He could be tough, but that was still my friend, though. One of my biggest regrets in life, though. I really wish we could have, but and Reginald said, he said a mouthful right there. He said a big mouthful right there. That's why I stay silent. Hey, Annette. Siri, I didn't see Siri. Didn't Siri? Hey, Annette, we supposed to have picked you up in the bus. Okay. Sonia, I don't like it. I hate it. When I was with my son's father and we had a big argument, fights, he would give me the silent treatment for a week and a half to 2 weeks. It would bother me so bad because I would see him outside every day and not say a word to me, and everyone would know we were fighting. To give something he would give to my sister or his cousin to give it to me. It was very disrespectful because a lot of girls liked him and would play into it while we are fighting. That's bad right there. When we go to silent sleep with one eye open, okay? Hey, kitty, good to have you. Because I'm praying hard, okay? Listen, you and your mate needs rules of engagement. When you are upset, agree to take the time to cool off and resume the conversation. Keena, that's why you take every thought into capacity. You don't have to argue every point, and if you want to really just keep the peace, then just tell that person that you would like a moment. Just use those things called your words. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Tanya L., good to have you here. I grew up as an only child with my grandparents. When my ex-husband, the baby boy of his family, tried the silent treatment on me, I didn't notice. He had to bring it to my attention. Oh, wow. Wow. I'm so sorry about that. You was used to the lack of affection in your household that you just thought that was a normal thing. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry about that, Tanya. Silent treatment is abuse of space. It's definite a defensive reaction. That part. Me too. Like I said, put that up there again. Yes, Naomi. Yes, I think we all are, if we were to really tell the truth. Kidding. I'll say I don't want to talk about this right now. We can have this discussion when we are calmer. Absolutely. Peace of mind, priceless. Hey, you can't beat that peace of mind. Hey, whatever it is you want to argue with me about, okay, you're right. Fine. I don't want to argue about it. Just be quiet. Peace. I want peace. Hey, Nichelle, good to have you. I'm silent long enough to process and come back with a leveled head. And I will let the person know why I need the space. Because the last thing I want to do is disrespect myself or someone else with my words. I guess I'm a stonewaller. I won't argue with you. If everyone yelling, no one is listening. Preach. That'll preach right there. But when it bursts after telling someone that you need time to cool off, but if you keep at it, you're going to get it. Hey, you keep warning and warning, like I keep saying all the time. You keep poking and poking and poking the bear. And then when they bite a chunk out of you, then you want to complain. Hey, you were warned. That's how I like to say it. Minister Sharonda, I don't understand how can being silent be abusive. You can't argue with yourself. So saying less is more. And walk away. Find your peace and they will be all right. Give them that time to gather their thoughts. Well, it is abusive. And like I said, I'm going to have to put that one again, this part of the definition. It's a refusal to communicate verbally with another person. People who use this silent treatment may even refuse to acknowledge the presence of the other person. Okay? Let's just say this. Let's say this, that you're out with a bunch of friends or someone, and you speak to everyone else, but the person you have an out against, or better yet, someone comes in and you with your friends, they speak to everybody but you, giving you the silent treatment. How would you honestly feel about that? And that wouldn't be a good feeling. At least I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be. Okay. But think about that, Sister Sharonda. Destina, beautiful. It's important to communicate your need for space so that a person doesn't feel shut out. Then be adult, communicative, and intentional, and return to resolve the conflict. Yeah, you quote one of my favorite scriptures, Bro Barton. A soft answer turneth away wrath. Sometimes the Holy Ghost will have you hold your peace because when you are silent, sometimes it will give you time to process. Amen. Amen right there. Slick mouth. God has, yeah. Dollar Tree, yeah, tough as Dollar Tree State. Yeah. Siri, yeah, Siri. Siri want to put his 2 cents in. Amen, sister. Yeah. Yeah, Chandra Giles from South Alabama. Good to have you. I talk too much to go silent. I can't believe that. I can't believe that you talk too much. Siri need to give us the silent. Yeah, Siri need to give us the silent treatment. Okay. Now, if I were to ask Siri for something right now, he wouldn't answer. Ain't that nothing? Thank you. Quite welcome. I'll give you a virtual hug. Yeah. Yeah. Been nosy. Shirley wins. Good to have you back here. I hated that I went through it when I was married. I am a talker. I like to talk it through. I think, to be honest with you, truth be told, when level heads, prevail, people then cooled off. I think a lot of us would rather talk it through with maturity and with sense instead of shooting cheap shots. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I'm very guilty. I'm not too proud of that. But yeah, we ought to talk it through. Talk it through like we got some sense. Boom. Okay. Might have been something I said. It's a narcissistic trait. Of course, read that all the time. I read that all the time. If it's done intentionally. Yep. If I figured out this way, if you made me angry to the point where I'm not talking to you and ignoring your presence, you deserve it. I would feel hurt and embarrassed. Cause everyone wants peace. Even Jesus told the storm, peace be still. Everything went peacefully still. And it did. D. Giles, I will address it to avoid doing such. When entering the room, say hey to everyone. That way I'm not being rude. And you know what? In my bad days, I used to be notorious for that. Come in there, see the one that I had an alt against. I say, hey, this, hey, that, hey, everybody. And I just walk off, thinking I done did something. But then moments later, I'm being convicted that, Mike, you was wrong for that. And you get to feeling bad about it. And then I'm become too proud to go back there and apologize and beg their pardon. So yeah, that's yep. D. Giles already had that right there. Okay. That is literally me. If I'm telling you to leave me alone, please respect me and do it. The wrath of the tigress is not good. Oh goodness. If I'm silent, run. Okay. Serious. No. Let me talk. No, you could choose that. You can choose that. You can choose Siri can be a man or a woman. Example. Hey Siri. What time is it?
It's 8:57 p.m.
See? So hey. And he got the clock and everything on that. So yeah. So that's how that is right there. So that was for free. Okay. Oh wow. Well, I'm glad you joined us. And I truly appreciate your input. I truly appreciate your input with this. Thank you. So, and please come back again because we are raised better. Okay. I think that's a good stopping point right there. If you care for someone, and it goes back to the first topic, if you say you love someone, then you ought to love them enough to, calm down and want a moment to process things. But you ought to want to say, here, let's talk about this. And why are you doing the silent treatment? You need to assess yourself and say, why am I doing this? Am I doing this because I need this how I cope? Am I trying to protect myself? Or am I trying to use this as a form of manipulation? So, we just need to work on that. And starting with me, I'll be the first one to raise my hand. I know I need to start working with it though. So with that said, and we got one more. Please like, please subscribe, and please share. Okay, we're going to hit this one right quick. Let me put this up here right now. Do you want to get funky? Do you want to get funky? Last week on the Today Show, they were talking about bathing, personal hygiene, about when you should take a bath. Y'all take a listen, okay?
How many times do you think you should shower per week, according to dermatologists?
I don't care what they say. I'm going to say A.
The answer is actually B, 2 to 3 times per week.
There are 7 days in the week.
Yes, there are 7 days in the week. Now, the consensus is 2 to 3 times per week, but it does depend on the person. I'm looking at Al's face like, what is this? It depends on the person, your lifestyle, your skin type, your
lifestyle,
age, your activity level as well. At the end of the day, it's all personal preference, and I think the reason why...
Not if you come in contact with other people.
No, but I actually believe it. Like, I think for the sake of our skin, if we're talking to dermatologists.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So what they say is you have this natural bacteria that lives all over your skin. It's part of your microbiome, right? So you don't want to compromise that because it does help sort of protect you. And then there's other people who have skin issues, dry skin, eczema, rosacea. All these factors come into play. And when you're, scrubbing and using soap and harsh detergents, I can't stop looking at Al.
Yeah,
it could get a little bit
like
dicey.
2 times a day.
But
I shower twice a day.
That's too much.
What say y'all? I've heard several things that sometimes you can bathe to the point you, like she said, get rid of your skin or mess up your skin. Then, oh goodness. Then bathe every day. I heard people bathe twice a day every day. And I'm thinking that you got to at least wash your naughty bits. Let's see what the family got to say. We'll hit this right quick. Do y'all want to get funky? Here we go. Yeah, kid already starting. Well, you've been good tonight. Oh no. Okay. Share it at least 2 times a day. 2 or 3 times a day in this hell hot weather. Woo, funk. Okay, we all thinking the same thing, but I'm not going to say it. Teresa, 2 times a day. Tonya says alternative facts. Okay. Destina, every day and wash your legs and feet. Yeah, and wash the back of your neck. In this southern heat, you better shower daily. Oh boy. At least twice a day. Andrea says funk is not an option. DJ said they just funky behind people. Tawana says twice a day. Keena says what Red Fox would say, wash your gluteus maximus. Okay. In Europe, this is common. I can believe that. I can believe, especially I think in France. I don't want to mess up any French people watch. I think that is the case. And that's why they make more. Okay. Pastor Ballers, if you want to be smelly, then please be by yourself. No one wants to smell you. Okay. T, twice a day. And net. Oh no, I don't want to put that up there. No, I'm gonna say this. In both races, in any races, you're gonna have your share of nasty people and well-kept people. As you could. No, that's really not nice. No, naughty bits. Did you say no? Well, Noah, hey Zola, naughty. Well, both. We'll just say it like that. Naughty bits and naughty pits. Fake news. Okay. Moisturizers. Tawana. You better wash twice a day, especially. Yes. They have lotions for dry skin. Ooh, cuz says, don't forget the ear. Yeah, them ears are stank. People don't realize that. You do like this and you, whoo, smell just on. Well, no, let me hush. And he says also change your change those funky draws in Africa too. Oh wow, I believe they do. I don't know. Hey Zena, you don't let 24 hours pass without water gracing your posterior. Okay, hashtag smelling. Keena walking around smelling like day old onion. But day old onions don't smell bad. But well, anyway. But now you shouldn't smell like onions though. So I get your point. Those are the people that want to get close to you. Okay. For real truth. Uh-oh. Yeah, cuz no, because she was in the service. In Germany, they stink. I was stationed there, so she definitely ought to know. And that says twice a day, especially in the summer. Oh, that belly button can show enough reek. That belly button can be rancid. Whoo! Sometimes, let me stop. Well, yes, I'm going to say it smells worse than your booty. Then there are people who ask, why do people use washcloths? That's, okay. I'm poor. Okay, man, Barn, don't forget to wash your neck, yes, along with your face with a separate towel, a separate rag. At least I do that, though. Some folks just lazy. Wash your behind. Okay, please get on a subway in the summer. Woo, I know that's funk right there. I heard retired people say that they save some money on soap and water in retirement. Oh, boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm going to say this right quick and then we're going to get to the announcements. I've heard that Benjamin Franklin never took a bath. He never took a bath in the sense that we do right now. He took what he what he called air baths. You know, I've heard different, he would stand in front of the window, butt booty naked, and let the air cleanse him. Okay. So that's what, one of the founding fathers did. He would stand there and that's how he had air baths. And especially as famous as he was, a statesman and everything. I wonder how funky he was around kings and emperors and what have you, though. Yeah. So yeah. That's why lightning struck him. Let me get to this right here. That's why he was electrocuted. Okay. Air baths. Yep. He took it. Look it up. And I might be wrong. Might be what is it? Urban legend that just been passed on. Let me read this. Read this. Yeah, that is not a thing. Air baths, yes. No, it will not. No, it will not. No, it will not. There's a tribe in Africa that said they had on they stay. That's interesting. Versailles has hundreds of bathrooms and no bathrooms. I get what you're saying. The stankiest. No, he wasn't president. I'm just gonna say it like this. He was never elected president. So okay. They didn't wash. It's a whole video about how hygienes were practiced back in those days. Tennessee's, yeah, funky to dead. Yes, we literally had the same thought. Okay, folks, let's stop this before we get too funky. So we out of time, y'all. We out of time. We had a good time, and I truly appreciate y'all. Let's get with these announcements right quick. In about, 30 minutes or less or whenever or more, or whenever it pops up, we're going to have the after party. We're going to see how many of y'all do the silent. Do you do the silent treatment to someone who's funky? Let us know in the after party, okay? And maybe we might have a social this Saturday. So keep your ears open. Please keep your ears open, okay? And if it's the Lord's will, the Lord say the same. We'll be back here for another thoughtful, exciting edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. And I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for y'all support and your presence. I don't take it lightly. Thank you so much. I mean, y'all just don't have any idea how much I appreciate y'all and the support that you show. And hopefully that you were blessed by this and learned something new, as if I was blessed by y'all and learned something from y'all. So y'all were a blessing to me, and hopefully and prayerfully, I was a blessing to y'all. So, and if it's nothing else, we'll see you later. And Liz, I'm about to play your song. So y'all take care. Bye, y'all.
Let's take some time and think for a minute. What's going on? And are we with it? I got the phone call away, but if no one calls, it's another day. How can I explain to you what I feel and what is true? And how can I do my best? How do you? How do you? I hear the things that people say, don't believe, 'cause it's not that way. I know what I'm talking about. I'm here, baby, and have no doubt. Would you walk for me? I can't take it. Can't you see? I believe